Scroll through YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram for 5 minutes, and you are guaranteed to see the exact same advertisement. A 22-year-old stepping out of a matte black Lamborghini, holding a smartphone, telling you how they make $30,000 a month working 1 hour a day.
The pitch is always identical. You don't need any special skills, you don't need to quit your job, and the ultimate selling point, you don't even need to show your face. They call it the Faceless cash cow, or more recently, YouTube automation. The promise is that by leveraging artificial intelligence and cheap freelancers, you can build a massive media empire on complete autopilot. They promise a world where you simply press a button, and the system generates thousands of dollars in purely passive income while you sleep. It is one of the most brilliant, most predatory, and most pervasive financial illusions on the internet today, and millions of people are falling for it.
Because the people selling you this dream aren't actually making their money from YouTube automation. They are making their money from you. Welcome to the business of selling shovels during a digital gold rush.
To understand the scam, we first have to understand the reality. Running a faceless YouTube channel is an entirely legitimate business model.
Some of the most profitable, highly respected channels on the internet, like Fox, Wendover Productions, or Kurzgesagt, are technically faceless. They generate millions of views and massive advertising revenue, but these are not automated passive income streams. They are grueling, highly competitive media startups. They require massive upfront capital, exceptional storytelling, rigorous journalistic research, and a team of professional, highly paid scriptwriters, voice actors, and motion graphics animators.
The reality is that producing a single, high-quality, high-retention, faceless documentary that the YouTube algorithm will actually promote costs anywhere from $500 to $2,000 per video. When you factor in thumbnail design, sound engineering, and script revisions, the margins on a genuine faceless channel are incredibly tight. It requires treating the channel like a venture-backed tech startup. But that is not the reality being sold by the gurus. The gurus are selling the illusion that you can bypass all of that hard work and capital investment by using automation.
They tell you to go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a 10-minute script about top 10 scariest places on Earth. They tell you to use a free AI voice generator to read that script, and they tell you to stitch it together with free stock footage from Pexels or Pixabay. Zero cost, zero effort, maximum profit.
The result is an absolute epidemic of AI slop. Millions of identical, soulless, unwatchable videos flooding the platform every single month. And this is where the brutal underlying mathematics of YouTube completely destroy the guru's pitch.
The gurus tell beginners that YouTube is a volume game. Just upload 3 AI generated videos a day and eventually one will go viral. But the YouTube algorithm does not care about volume. The algorithm cares about one thing and one thing only: human retention.
If a viewer clicks on your video, hears a robotic AI voice reading a regurgitated Wikipedia article over generic stock footage of a forest, they will click off within 5 seconds.
When the algorithm sees horrific audience retention, it permanently buries the video. It will never see the light of day. It doesn't matter if you upload 1,000 videos, if the retention is garbage, your revenue will be exactly zero.
But let's pretend for a moment that you actually do get views. Let's do the hard analytical math that the gurus conveniently leave out of their webinars. The average CPM, the amount advertisers pay per 1,000 views, for a generic entertainment or top 10 channel is usually around $2 to $3. But wait, YouTube takes 45% of that revenue right off the top. So your actual RPM, your take-home pay, is maybe $1.50 per 1,000 views.
To make the $10,000 a month the gurus promise, you don't just need a few views. You need roughly 6.6 million views every single month consistently.
Achieving 6 million views a month puts you in the top 1% of all creators on the platform. It is an extraordinary, almost impossible feat for a beginner producing cheap AI content. And what if you try to outsource it to cheap freelancers instead of AI? The gurus tell you to hire a scriptwriter in a developing country for $5, an editor for $10, and a voiceover artist for $5. But managing a team of underpaid freelancers is not automation. It is a full-time, highly stressful management job. And because the freelancers are paid pennies, the quality remains absolutely abysmal. The gurus deliberately confuse two very different concepts: delegation and automation.
True automation is when software performs a task completely autonomously. It scales infinitely. It does not get tired. It does not complain. Delegation is paying a human being in a developing country $3 an hour to manually edit a video. That is not automation. That is just digital sweatshop labor.
And human labor comes with friction. Your $5 scriptwriter will miss deadlines. Your $10 video editor will misunderstand the creative direction. Your cheap voiceover artist will mispronounce the technical terms. When you build a business entirely on the cheapest possible human labor, you are not building a well-oiled machine. You are building a chaotic, unmanageable house of cards. You don't get the 4-hour work week. Instead, you end up working 40 hours a week just putting out fires and micromanaging low-quality works. The real media companies that succeed on YouTube, the ones actually making $30,000 a month, are paying premium rates for premium talent. They hire expert researchers, professional writers, and high-end motion graphic designers. They aren't looking for a passive side hustle. They're running a complex organization with massive overhead. The math is simple. You cannot extract premium advertising revenue from the market using the absolute lowest quality input. But acknowledging that reality completely destroys the fantasy of the cash cow, so the gurus simply lie.
They point to an outlier, a single viral channel that got lucky for 1 month, and present it as the guaranteed average result. And they lead hundreds of thousands of people straight off a financial cliff.
So if the math is terrible, the algorithm hates the content and the competition is infinitely saturated. Why are there so many millionaires claiming YouTube automation is the ultimate side hustle? Because you are looking at the wrong hand. The gurus are not making their millions from the automated faceless channels. If they had actually discovered a perfectly automated, completely passive money printing machine, they would never tell you about it.
Think about it logically. If you built a machine that prints $100 bills on autopilot, would you spend thousands of dollars on Facebook ads to convince strangers to build the exact same machine and compete with you? Of course not. You would keep it entirely a secret and run it quietly in the background.
The only reason someone sells a secret method to getting rich is because the secret method no longer works, and selling the instructions is now more profitable than executing the method itself.
The real business model is the funnel. It is a masterpiece of psychological manipulation.
It starts with a free YouTube video or a flashy TikTok ad. They show you the Lamborghini. They show you the fake Stripe dashboard. They agitate your pain points, your exhausting 9-to-5 job, your lack of freedom, your financial anxiety. Then they invite you to a free, exclusive masterclass. This webinar is just a high-pressure sales pitch disguised as a lesson. They use artificial scarcity, claiming they are only accepting 10 students this month to preserve the secret. They fill the chat with fake bots creating false social proof.
If you don't buy the $9.97 course immediately, they funnel you into a strategy call. This is not a strategy call. It is a high-pressure sales close with a commission-based representative trained to overcome every financial objection you have.
They will tell you to put the $2,000 course on a credit card. They will tell you it's an investment in your future. And then, once your card clears, you are dropped into a Discord server with 1,000 other confused beginners. They are not selling a business model. They are selling hope to desperate people. They are selling the deeply human desire for an easy out.
When you look at the actual revenue breakdowns of these influencers, you quickly realize the truth. They might make a few $1,000s a month from ad revenue on their old channels, but they are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month selling the course teaching you how to do it.
The students who buy these courses are left holding the bag. They spend months regurgitating AI slop, fighting for fractions of a penny in a saturated market, wondering why the algorithm hates them. Eventually they burn out, give up, and assume they just didn't work hard enough. But the game was rigged from the start. This is the fundamental law of the internet economy. If an opportunity is being aggressively advertised to you on a social media feed, the golden era of that opportunity has already passed. Building a media business is incredibly rewarding, but it is brutally hard work. It requires genuine creativity. It requires a unique human insight. It requires making something that people actually want to watch. You cannot automate the human connection.
And any guru who tells you that you can is simply looking to automate their own bank account using your credit card. Stop buying the shovels. Start building something real.